Hello, everybody. Coach Steven here with Three Pillar Coaching and threepillarcoaching.com. I made a short video series called "Ladies No More Betas," and it was 3 parts, and they were short videos, the 1 minute videos that you can put on YouTube. And I didn't really have enough time to get into kind of the nuts and bolts of things that you could actually look for to make sure that you end up with a high value partner from the get-go and don't end up dating the same kind of person and ending up in the same kind of relationship that ends the same old way or worse. So I thought it would be appropriate to make an expanded version where we can get into more of the nuts and bolts, the foundational elements of some things that you can look for and watch for, and not only outwardly, but within yourself. And then part two of the video will be some of the deep coaching elements that has you thinking about what within me is being nourished and protected by me continually attracting the same kind of person and ending up in the same kind of relationship. Um, and you may think, well, I'm not doing it on purpose. I don't purposely go out and look for assholes to bring into my life, right? And waste my time. It's something that happens that's dancing around in the mist between your conscious and unconscious sense of self. And you're not always aware of it, but there's something going on there. So that'll be in part two of the video. So let's start with part one. What are some of the nuts and bolts? What are some of the foundational things that you can do that you can make sure that you don't end up with these weak, needy men with mommy issues or something that end up making a mess out of your out of your life in the short term or the long term. Um, so the first thing is being aware that attraction is not a choice. And you might think, what? Of course it's a choice. I choose whether I'm attracted to someone or not. But do you? It's kind of this thing, like I said, that's, in between that place of conscious and unconscious. And here's how you'll get it. Okay, so have you ever seen someone and they're not like incredibly good looking or anything, and they're not like hot or anything, but there's just something about them that intrigues the shit out of you, and you just can't figure out what it is. Like, I'm attracted to this person. There's something about them that's really attractive, and I don't really can't put my finger on it. That's what I'm talking about, and it's something to be aware of. So that's thing number one: is be aware in the very beginning of an interaction. If you feel that little spark of attraction, um, is it is it a physical thing? Is it perception? Is it what you see? Or is it something else? Is it something you kind of feel about them and you're not quite sure what it is? So be aware of where it is on that spectrum, because that will fall into part two of the video. So that's number one. Number two, do they just seem to have this calm, cool, confident aura about them? Um, does their value come from within? Are they strong in their center? Is there kind of are they looking for things in their environment to validate them, or to are they deriving their value from things in their external environment? So here's an example. Are they trying a little too hard to get people to like them, to get you to like them? Are they complimenting you too much? That kind of thing. It's nice to get compliments. Don't get me wrong, but are they trying to get you to like them because they're outcome driven? They're a little too outcome driven. Of course, everybody wants the interaction to go well. If they like someone and they approach them, of course they want that to go well. But a man who is strong in their center and is not overly outcome driven and derives their value from just who they are, from who they know they are, uh, they're not going to be, their world doesn't live and die by whether or not they're rejected or accepted or validated or something like that. So if you're feeling that, if you know what I'm saying, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because I'll be putting content on this channel in areas of dating and relationships, pickup, how to make sure you end up with the right kind of person, areas of career, business, and just general life things, how to get out of your own way and take your life from where it currently is to what you envision for yourself. Um, so so we have those first two things, make sure that they're just okay in their own skin, right? So being aware of where you are on this attraction spectrum, and is this person okay in their own skin? Are they not overly outcome driven? Are they deriving their value from inside, from who they are, and not from how they're accepted, perceived, exalted in their external environment? Those are things to watch for. Those will manifest into weak, needy behaviors later in the relationship that are going to cause a lot of problems. So you can vet that out early in your interactions with someone, to make sure that that doesn't happen. Um, so taking that part a little deeper, um, are they complimenting you too much? Are they, like, if they say something like, is there a pause? Like if they say something that they think is funny and you're hoping they'll think you you think it's funny, will they say something and pause and like wait for your reaction? This is being overly outcome driven. Like their whole thing is hinging on whether or not you laugh at that joke, or whether you think what they said was cool or interesting or something like that. So watch for that kind of behavior. Um, do they act jealous? If you're out at a restaurant or a bar or a club or some event or something, and they're talking to you, and another guy or even just somebody else, anybody else, comes up and talks to you, do they just sink and just get rejected and all that, or even just start kind of acting like a dick because they feel threatened in some way? Watch for that behavior. Watch how they handle that situation. This doesn't mean shit test them by, you know, going and attracting someone or saying, "Hey, you come over here and talk to me," and then da 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 to see what they do. Don't do that. Um, but if someone does approach you or something like that, watch how they handle that. If they're just kind of cool and easy and they kind of engage too and everything, then that's a good sign, because it means they're not shaken by you talking to someone else. So that's a good sign. So there's a few things right from the get-go that you can watch for to make sure um, that they don't have kind of these hidden um, behaviors that are going to manifest into things that are going to cause problems in the relationship. Um, so the interaction goes well. Okay, they're good looking, they're or attractive in some way, they're well groomed, they're have clothes that at least fit, they're at least making an attempt to take care of themselves. um, and guys, that's like number one thing. Okay, is no matter what it is that you want to do, it starts with you. So your shit. And ladies, when I coach guys, if I talk to guys about going out and meeting people to teach them pickup and dating and things like that. Um, one of the first things is you got to have your shit dialed. And that doesn't mean you have to be amazingly good looking and you have to be rich and you have to be, all these things, but you have to at least be making an effort to be giving the people around you the best version of yourself. So are you doing the inner work? Are you taking care of yourself, at least making an attempt to take care of yourself and look good? That's important. So ladies, watch for that. And guys, that's step number one. You have to have these things kind of dialed. You have to be strong in your own center. Otherwise, you're either going to end up with a low quality person, woman, partner, or you're going to send them running the other direction because you haven't done the work on yourself, and it'll show. It'll show. And ladies, the guys that just have that kind of internal intrinsic thing, they do these things naturally because they naturally know that no matter what my mission is in life, I have to give myself and the people around me, my family, my friends, my community, my business partners, whoever it is, the best version of me. And that shows in just the way they carry themselves and whether or not they're easily shaken off their center. That is the main thing right from the beginning that you can get in the first few interactions with somebody that will keep you from ending up with these beta males that make a mess out of your life to whatever degree that ends up happening. Um, so Okay, I was going to end part one there, but we're already to 12 minutes. But I'm going to do it anyway. This is powerful information, so stay with me here. And if this is if this is kind of bringing you value, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and stay with me here. Um, as you go on in the dating process with this person, are they are they butthurt if you don't text them back right away? If they don't hear from you enough, if you don't, if you're not kind of being the emotional driver in the relationship, and I say relationship, but even if you've just been on a couple of dates, you're relating. It's a relationship, even at that point. So um, watch for kind of butthurt, needy behavior. If they need you to be responding to them and to be validating them, uh, that's a red flag, and it's early enough that you may just want to just run because that's going to manifest and get worse later. Um, so the next thing would be if they are trying too hard to impress you by buying you nice things and giving you all these compliments and expecting compliments in return. If they're doing things for you and expecting something in return and it not just coming from an intrinsic place of giving and service, if they're deriving their value from how you respond or what they get back from you uh, when they do something for you, like give you compliments, buy you gifts, if they're buying you expensive gifts, and if you've known this person for a total of like 8 hours and they're taking you to expensive restaurants and buying you nice gifts and everything, yeah, it's nice, but what are they trying to accomplish by doing this? They don't even know you. If they're going, wow, you are so amazing, I just been wanting to meet someone like you, and it's like, yeah, okay, that's nice. It feels good to have someone tell you you're amazing, but it's like, dude, you don't even know me. How do you know? Maybe I'm a piece of shit. I mean, I'm sure you're not, but you get the point I'm trying to get at. What are they? They're usually doing that because they expect something in return. And it may be something physical like sex. It may be acts of service that they're going after, or it may just be extrinsic validation that they're trying to coax out of you. Either way, bad recipe and red flag. So watch for that stuff and be careful. Um, we're at 15 minutes now, so I'm going to break this one off. No, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to break it off. Um, like I said before, this is powerful stuff. So I'm going to get into part two of the video right now, and I'll try to be concise. Um, so one thing that is super important to remember is that no matter what you are doing, it all starts with you. And I don't know if I said this earlier, but all the kinds of guys that you've dated, the people that you were attracted into your life, the relationships that you've dated the same kind of people. Relationships have kind of ended up in the same place. They may have taken various routes to get there, but all kind of end up in the same place. The common denominator in all of this is you. And that doesn't mean it's your fault. It's like, this is your fault. You fucked it up. It's not like that. But the common thread here is that there is something within you that is screaming out to be nourished or protected or fed, that that you're not aware of, or you may even be partially aware of. You may have done some inner work and some deep work on yourself, and you may be aware of some of these things, but a lot of this is going on behind you. There's this thing that Gary John Bishop, author, his book over there, Love Unfucked. It's his new book. Great book. I highly suggest it. It's about relationships, and he talks a lot about these things. But he calls it your magic little sponge. I call it your dirty little sponge because it's full of sewer water. You begin soaking up all these things from the time you're a little kid, and you carry them with you throughout your life. And then you wrap stories around them, you wrap an inner narrative around them, and it ends up forming your beliefs about yourself that manifest into your thoughts and your inner language, and that shapes your experience of the world. That experience confirms those beliefs about yourself, and it's rinse and repeat. And so being aware of what's in that dirty little sponge can really help you have insights around the kind of people that you keep attracting into your life, whether it be friends. It can be friends. It can be dating partners. It can be intimate partners, relationships, business partners, whatever. It manifests into all kinds of relations with other human beings. It doesn't work for dogs or cats. Um, I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe you attract shitty pets into your life. It's like, why do I always get a cat that tears up my furniture? What's the common thread? You. I don't know. Maybe it is. But so, doing kind of some deep inner work and asking yourself some really profound questions that challenge your thinking. And that's my job as a personal coach, as your personal dating and relationship coach. My job is to help you push your edges, to challenge your thinking, and to help you see your world and your experience of the world through a different lens. And when that happens, everything shifts for you. And you start waking up to what's possible for you in your life, in dating, in relationships, in business, career, health, all that stuff. So if you keep ending up in the same, okay, so here's the thing. Here's how you'll get it. everybody has a friend that that keeps dating the same kind of person, right? They keep having the same kind of relationship, and you see this playing out, and you're like, oh shit, here we go again, right? Um, and they meet a new person, and they're just over the moon about this person, right? They're just, they're telling, oh, this guy's amazing, or this girl's amazing. They're good looking, they're awesome, they have a great job, they're so sweet to me, and da 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 da, and then you meet them, and you go, oh my god, this is the same. I've seen this movie before, right? I've seen how this ends, and it's not pretty. Like, this is the same person you just dated. This is going to lead to the same relation. And they're going, no, it's not. You just don't know them, right? You just wait till you get to know them. You're going to see they're different. This guy's different. This girl's different. And they just can't hear it. But then 3 weeks later, 3 months later, whatever it is, 3 years later, God forbid, the relationship ends, and they're like, well, why didn't you tell me? You knew, you saw this. You're like, I tried to tell you, right? But you wouldn't listen. So what is it that makes us turn off that mechanism that makes us not aware of us slipping into those old patterns of behavior, those old habits, those old patterns of thinking that don't serve us anymore? They're in your dirty little sponge, and your bullshit machine is chugging away in the background, churning out your own special brand of self-fuckery, right? Self-sabotage. And but you can learn to interrupt that pattern. You can interrupt that loop anywhere in that loop of thoughts, behaviors, habits, experience, language of the inner narrative. When you get aware of these things playing out, so there's a thinking brain and there's the observing brain. Be in the observing brain, and almost like you were a casual third-party observer, almost like you were the friend that was trying to warn you, right? You wouldn't listen. You can be that friend for yourself if you kind of watch as if you were a ghost, kind of watching something play out in a room, and you can be aware of these thoughts, this internal language, and these things playing out, and you can interrupt this loop. You can form stories that are more empowering, that serve you better in the now, and you can stop repeating these cycles of self-sabotage, and these carnivals of fuckery that just keep manifesting in your life. So if any of this is hitting you, and it's landing for you, or even just creating some questions for you in the mind, put in the comments down below. I would love to hear what some of your experiences are with some of the things I've talked about, and how it's kind of manifested in your journey, whatever it is, your dating, your business, your career, your weight loss journey, whatever it is. I would love to hear about it and engage with you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, because I will be posting a lot more videos like this, and I'm gonna do one for the guys next, because these ladies deserve the best version of you. And in order for them to not have to do this as much, we can be strong in our center, and we can create a life for ourselves that has us actually be high value men that a high value woman would want in their life. So if you guys are meeting these low quality women that end up making a mess out of your life, there are some things that you can do to make sure that doesn't happen. But guess what? Common theme, it starts with you. So thank you very much, everybody. And like I said, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and go to www.3-pillar.com, and you can, for a limited time, download my free ebook, in PDF form. You just put in your email address in the little pop-up window that comes up after about 10 seconds when you go to my website, and sign up for my newsletter. I'm not going to flood you with crap. Just high value information that will hopefully help you. And it will send you an email that will give you a link that will take you to BookFunnel, where you can download a free copy of my ebook. And there's some powerful information in there that talks about a lot of the things that I was talking about today. Okay, so thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Guys, you're next.